You don't have to have everything figured out today. Read that again in your mind. You don't have to have everything figured out today. Maybe you woke up this morning already thinking about the problem, the bill, the decision, the relationship, the situation at work, the thing you've been praying about that still hasn't changed. And before your feet even touched the floor, your mind was already trying to figure out how you're going to fix everything. But what if you didn't start this morning with worry? What if you started it with faith? Because while you're trying to figure everything out, God may already be working on what you can't see. Sometimes we think nothing is happening simply because nothing has changed yet. But silence doesn't mean God is absent. Waiting doesn't mean God has forgotten you. And a closed door doesn't mean there isn't another one ahead. Think about how many things in your life once worried you. Things you couldn't imagine getting through. Things that kept you awake at night. Things you prayed about over and over again. And yet, you're still here. Somehow you made it through. Maybe it didn't happen the way you expected. Maybe the answer didn't come when you wanted it. Maybe God didn't change the situation immediately. Sometimes He changed you while you were walking through it. But you made it. And if God carried you through yesterday, why would He abandon you today? Lamentations 3:22-23 tells us that God's mercies are new every morning, including this one. That means you didn't wake up today depending only on yesterday's strength. There is fresh mercy for today, fresh grace for today, fresh strength for today. And maybe that's all you need right now. Not the strength for next month, not the answer to every question, not the entire plan. Just enough grace for the next step. Sometimes we want God to show us the whole staircase. We want to know, how is this going to work out? Where is the money going to come from? When is the opportunity going to happen? When will this situation change? When will I finally get my breakthrough? But faith doesn't always come with a complete map. Sometimes faith sounds like, God, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I trust you enough to take the next step. And that's what I want you to do today. Take the next step. Make the phone call. Send the application. Start the project. Go to work. Have the conversation. Try again. Do the thing that's within your power to do, and then stop carrying the part that belongs to God. Because worrying about tomorrow doesn't give you control over tomorrow. It only steals the peace God gave you for today. And please remember this. Just because you cannot see movement doesn't mean there isn't movement. A seed looks like nothing is happening when it's buried underground. You can't see the roots growing. You can't see what's developing beneath the surface. But eventually, something breaks through. And maybe you're in an underground season right now. You're praying, you're trying, you're showing up, you're doing the right things, but you don't see the results yet. Don't mistake not yet for never. God can be working in places you cannot reach, in conversations you're not part of, in opportunities you don't know exist, in the heart of someone you've been praying for, in circumstances that haven't lined up yet. You don't have to manipulate everything into place. You don't have to chase every door. You don't have to spend today terrified that you're going to miss what God has for you. Do your part and trust God with His. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Notice that it doesn't say you'll understand everything. It says trust. And maybe that's your word for today. Trust. When you don't know what happens next, trust. When you're waiting for an answer, trust. When the numbers don't look the way you want them to look, trust. When somebody walks away, trust. When the opportunity hasn't appeared yet, trust. And while you're trusting God, live today. Don't miss this morning because you're afraid of tomorrow. Open the curtains, drink your coffee, step outside, notice the sunshine, call somebody you love, laugh, breathe, be grateful that you're here, because this day is still part of your life, and there may be something beautiful waiting inside it that worry would have caused you to miss. So as you start your day, remember, you don't have to have everything figured out today. Take the next step. Do what you can. Trust God with what you can't. And when your mind starts racing ahead of you, bring yourself back to this moment and remind yourself, God is already there. He's in the place you're trying to get to. He's in the tomorrow you're worried about. He's in the answer you're waiting for. And He can see what you cannot. So walk into this morning with your head up. Walk into it expecting goodness. Walk into it knowing that one difficult chapter does not determine the rest of your story. You have another day, another opportunity, another chance to believe. And you never know. Today might be the day something begins to change. So take a breath, take the next step, and walk into today with faith. God is already working on what you can't see. Have a beautiful morning. You've got this, because God's got you. This is Light for Jada.